Hey everyone, this is Andrew Wicklund with PRC Software. Hey, today I'm going to use our risk register tool, but I want to show you something I think that's cool about it. We spent a lot of time on it, but it's an import mechanism. We always think, for me, any tool, I want people to be able to get in and out of the data in and data out as quickly as possible. And also for migration, this is a heck of a tool. So we built in an import mechanism. And what I've done, I went to my spreadsheet here, and I'm going to export this. I've exported it to Excel already. So I'm going to go over to my import section. Now keep in mind, when you're looking at our risk register tool, I can come in here and add new risks. I can type. So it's always best to enter directly into a system, right? Because that way there's no ability for anything to happen. So we have a spreadsheet type of a view. We have a more form-based view where it goes top to bottom. So we have a couple different methods. But our import, for people who work on airplanes, for people who are working offline, for people who, for whatever reason, need their data to be in Excel for a period of time, but they need to get it back into the system. I want to show you these features because it's pretty cool. So first of all, I'm going to go in. I selected my threats. So I'm going to import threats. We've got different sections, threats, opportunities, and then the mitigations relative to those. We have threats and opportunities separated off because people might use different fields for each one, so they're in different tables. So when you look, if I take what I just exported and upload the file, you'll notice everything maps directly back into the system. So as long as no one changed the column headers, it just pops right back into the system. You hit import, and it will tell you any change that's been made to the system at all. And you can see status. It has a second tier mapping here. So you can see it's mapping to a second level for drop-down boxes. So probability levels, low, mediums, and highs, and things like that. I've got a lot of data in here, and I even have like an enterprise breakdown structure where it's mapping. Now, that's me taking the data and just taking it out of the system, leaving the column headers. If you did input something in one of these fields that it didn't see, so the Excel file saw something that it didn't see in the risk register, it gives you an opportunity to actually map to that field. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel this file that I was in, and I'm going to pick a completely, this is training videos that I need to be making that I'm behind on. Shh, don't tell. Okay, so I upload this file, and I've got 3 different tabs: the risk register videos, the cost Monte Carlo videos, and the schedule Monte Carlo videos. So I can pick whatever tab I like, and then in here you'll see I've got section and video. So I could say, oh, the risk ID is the section. This is, this random data, so it doesn't, but it's the fact you don't need this. You can completely customize this out of the box to meet whatever risk register format you have, and you can create templates out. That way you'll never have this issue. But if you had 100 risk registers with 100 different formats, it's hard to get everything into one system. And a lot of times with bigger companies, people are working in Excel and everybody has their own format. This allows you to push everything into the same deal. And you'll see, even if I go to status here, I've got my values in Excel are admin, field descriptions, portfolio management, project settings, and risk register. I could say, oh, admin is open unmitigated. These obviously, this is just an example because it's random data. That being said, if I go back in and I look at, let's see, let's do here's a risk register import. This is, I think, a different project. So you'll see, it sees that the risk ID is in here. So it mapped the risk ID automatically. It doesn't see anything for risk name, but I've got risk title. So I'm gonna click risk title here. We have probabilities. So when I go down to probability, somebody put an 85% in the Excel file. Well, 85% doesn't map to my qualitative scoring system. So what I'm going to do is go in there And if I know my 85% is a very high, I just map that 85% in, and it's job done. When you look at any of these, you know, I've got min, likely, and maxes on here. So minimum, likely, and max, I can go in here and say, oh, my minimum should go to my schedule minimum, et cetera, and the probability to the simulation probability field. So this is kind of our product does qualitative and quantitative analysis. So, you know, but you've got a mixture of what you see here. So anyway, as you look at it, it's really easy to map this in. Then you just hit the import button. It tells you what it's changed, and you're off and running. And then, you know, I'm going to do a separate video for our dashboards, but I just wanted to show this import mechanism because I think it's super slick. We were told by a company one time, we're going to give you 1,000 registers with 1,000 different formats. Figure it out. So this mapping has been refined over time to where it's pretty flawless. So anyway, that was a little overview of what I like to, you know, we don't like to trap people into one data input mechanism. So we did a spreadsheet, a form-based view, and then we did the import. So anyway, thank you guys for taking a look. And if you guys would like to see the product further, just give me a buzz. It's Andrew at prcsoftware.com.